What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Vuvuzela. It is episode 2 of the Victory Vuvuzela Challenge. Yeah. And as you saw in our first episode, we're building up Arcadia Shepherds, getting them back to the back to the PSL, because last time they were there in the 1960s. So we will get them back to the PSL. Make sure you hit subscribe and get notified so you can stay up to date with all the information you need about the Vuvuzela Victory Challenge. Yes, indeed, we've got 2 big games for you. Start of the season, a whole bunch of other stuff that we need to cover. Without further ado, hit the intro. Let's get to the game. Here we are. We have our game. As you can see, the squad is filled out quite nicely. We do have a total of 25 players, and we're looking good, ladies and gents. We are looking good in terms of it. We have done some transfer works. We do have a slight little problem when it comes to the transfer market, but I'll let me go through all of that stuff. First of all, we did lose another player in the likes of Moketse Ngombene. He has left the club, the backup right back, moving to United Motors. We have picked up one new player in the terms of Andile Post. He is a centre back, can play right back, but more of a centre back. He is sort of there just to replace the other 2 centre backs that did leave. I know we did get Chele as well. And then we did try to make an offer for one of our players. It was, where is he? He did reject us, unfortunately. Morne Nyati, he did reject it. He wanted £120 per week, so we did reject that out. There's no way I can afford £120. Well, I mean, technically we can. It would be well within our budget, but you can see we are bleeding some money, so I need that to just switch around just a tad, a little bit, before I start spending big bucks like that. So we don't really have a backup right back at the moment. We do, however, have a backup right back sitting in the under-21 squad, who is potentially very good in Percy Tom. He is a really good player, like potential player, in terms of growth, but he is only 16 years old, just recently turned 16 as well. 25 of August, so 2 months ago he turned 16. Potentially could be a first team player, but nowhere near the first team squad at the moment. And then we do also have this man right here, Molokome, who can play as a right back, but he's more of a right mid player as well, but he's only 15 as well. I don't really want to call upon these players to produce. So what I am going to do, I've decided moving forward, since we don't really have a natural right back, we will be using Daniels as right backs and then Andile Post for now as a backup right back until I can find someone else to sort of throw in there, just to help out, because Andile Post is supposed to be a centre back option. So at the moment, we obviously need to just reevaluate some things when it comes to centre-back. For now, the Dlamini will come in as the second defender on the bench. In terms of just team news and everything, a few players have signed new contracts, the likes of Pumami Hendricks. You can see he is wanted. I've slapped on £1 million transfer offer on him. These clubs all want him, but they're offering £0 for him. I want money. If they're going to sell him, I want some money. The same with Cian. He is currently unhappy because his transfer value is way too high, and he wants to leave the club because there's interest in him. But I also slapped a £1 million offer on him, and I probably will never get £1 million for them, but I want some sort of money compensation if I'm going to sell either of these 2 players. Another player that has been getting some interest in terms of just maybe potentially moving is Sachin Mkhize. He's had a few people interested in him. They've offered him contracts. He's rejected them. So he's opted to stay. He is basically our 6th best centre mid at the moment. Not really him, as well as Robert Lutuli, who had an offer which he rejected as well, which I'm a little bit annoyed about because he is definitely not good. I know I said Mkhize is our 6th. This is probably our 7th best option in terms of just that. And then other players that I am trying to maybe move on is the likes of Giovanni Christian. However, there is no interest in Giovanni at the moment. I don't think he is a good striker at all. Yeah, we're going to stick with Tomo and Kumalo. The two of them have been amazing this preseason, at least. We do have the league is now officially started, and our media prediction, which I wanted to show you, doesn't come up. It says 0 on there. I don't know why. But if we go to the season preview here, it adds all the Gauteng teams. We are ranked 17th in our overall league. In terms of teams in our league, Soweto Panthers are above us. I think they are the highest place in our league, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the Soweto Panthers. And then I think Berea and VUT were just above us. Yeah, so they're going with Soweto to really dominate us in terms of, you know, where they're going to link. I thought the likes of Tshwane University would be a little bit higher, but they're all the way down here at the bottom somewhere, if I remember. They were 29th. So that's interesting. But yeah, technically we are predicted to finish 3rd in our respective group. I want to finish 1st. Let's get to the first game. We are taking City Sharks, where of course we did take a lot of their players in terms of, we took 4 of their players in Madal, Kumalo, Sangweni, and Ngobo. 3 of which will be starting today in Sagweni, Kumalo, and Modal. The 3 on there, Nkobo on the bench. This is the team. We are going to stick with this tactic. It's proven to be quite useful in the preseason. If you're going to just have a quick... Hello?
Hi, guys.
Yes.
I've sent it through to you. I've somewhat taken photos, as we don't have a contract, so just print it out and fill it in. Then you can just send it back to that email address I've sent it from.
100%. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit later to print it, and then I'll send everything through.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye. We take a quick look at our preseason. Of course, we're still finding our feet. We lost the likes of Benfica and AC Milan and Pretoria Callies. Of course, Pretoria Callies, much higher team than us. In fact, 2 divisions higher than us. And only lost 2-1, which wasn't bad. I think the best result here was against Jomo Cosmos, a 2-2 draw. Of course, Jomo Cosmos are a league above us, playing in the regional Gauteng league. And then that, I think, was a good result. And then a very good result, in my opinion, taking on Canadian side CS Londier 4-3, which was a good result for us. Also, the Indonesian team beating them at 6-3. So we do have potential to crack the nut. Of course, all the other teams we played are in our division. But yeah, this is how we line up today. We've got City Sharks and Tshwane University. It is going to be a clash of the... I want to say clash of the Titans, but not really. I think that will be left for this week. Soweto Panthers and VUT. That would be some interesting one. But of course, we'll see how the season progresses. In terms of team selection, like I was saying earlier, we're going to go with a 4-4-2. We're going to go with our 2 fullbacks in Daniels playing on the right and Medlache on the left. Ayanda going through there. And then Chele and Maleka playing in the center of the defense. Obviously, Peterson will be our goalkeeper. Then mentioned earlier, Madal and Sangweni on the right-hand side of the midfield with Hendricks and Matewa on the left-hand side. And then up front, like we mentioned, the advanced forward is Chad Kumalo, followed by Tomo playing as the poacher. Tomo has had probably one of the best pre-seasons I've ever seen. 11 played, 10 goals. It's just remarkable, with Kumalo notching in 5 goals from his 7 appearances. Hendricks also had a phenomenal pre-season. If we just look at his 11 played, 2 goals, 9 assists is what you like. And Madal notching up 4 assists in 5 games. Not a bad return at all. It is time to get to the game. So without further ado, let's get to the game. It's been about 6 weeks since we last played football. I couldn't schedule any friendlies. I wanted to just add like 1 or 2 just before the week. Couldn't do that. There was no teams available. But anyway, let's jump into the game. Taking on City Sharks. It is a away game. I'm excited for it. Where are we playing? Where is the City Sharks Stadium? It is the Millareng Stadium. There we go. Millareng Stadium in Tembisa. So just down the road from Caledonia. Not down the road. It's a couple of kilometers down, but not too far away from Pretoria. This is the team. Let's get to it. The kickoff underway, and there was a highlight right off the bat, but we have sorted that out. It is 2 minutes in. City Sharks in Tembisa taking on the mighty Arcadia Shepherds. We're playing in our away kits in red. Used to be black when I used to play with them back in the day. Gone with red this year. The home kit is mostly white with black sleeves, I remember correctly. This is a big game. They are going with a 5 at the back, almost 3 backs with 2 wing backs, 2 defensive, very defensive play from City Sharks. Of course, we've taken 3 of their key players from them in the likes of Madal, Kumalo, and Sangweni, but they don't need it. Taco almost picked up the first goal there, but thanks to Peterson, covered his lines quite well there. So you can see their defensive line going for the 3 at the back. They're going 1 defensive, and 2 centre mids and 2 strikers up front. We're going with a flat back 4. I think it's more sensible in these lower leagues. Hendricks goes for the header just at the top. I want to just speed it up just a tad. There we go. Hendricks goes back to Mateo Sangweni. Daniels. Sangweni is returned to Tembisa. Madal, he's returned to Tembisa. He scores the opening goal. Clifford Madal with the first goal for Arcadia Shepherds under the Argarides regime. His first goal of the season as well. A beautiful pass from Sangweni. Picked him up nicely. I thought he might cross it in there. He had Kumalo open in the box there. Decided to go on his own. He doesn't need any help. What a finish. That was a quality finish. And that's exactly what we were looking for. They are playing as left mid and right mid essentially, but they're playing as winger roles. So they tend to bomb up a little bit more forward than you want. And that's what you're kind of hoping for. And then obviously getting the cross in for the likes of Tomo and Kumalo to try and get little notches in or headers in. I think Tomo is a lot taller than Kumalo, but that's naturally he's a poacher. But so far in this half, only the one highlight is the goal. Here's a free kick. Matewa stepping over the free kick, goes for goal. That was close. That was close. Half time, it is 1-0 to Arcadia Shepherds. Fantastic goal from Madon, so to speak. I'm happy with him. I'm not going to berate the players. I think I'm happy. Everybody seems composed, except for Tomo. He seems a little bit nervous. Some big debuts. Yeah, they're going for full-on subs, bringing on 2 new players. Sangweni, though, has the ball. Goes back to Mateo. Back to Sangweni. Maleka. Chele. Matewa. Looking for options. Chele launches one in, but easily taken out of the sky by Ndlovo, their main goalkeeper, for what I'm saying. Their goalkeeper. I wanted to say their main threat. He's not really a threat in terms of striking. Hendricks hasn't been involved much in the game, to be honest. Ayanda goes to Matewa. Looking for the top ball. Picks up Chad. All the way back to Matewa. Here comes Ayanda on the wing. Beautiful cross in. Looking for Tomo. Can't pick up Tomo. Madal picks up the recycled ball. He's got a second chance to launch it in. Kumalo with the header. Chad Kumalo scoring against his former team. 2 former City Sharks have both now scored, but that was offside. That was offside. There's no VAR in this league, so if it's offside, we just have to keep an eye on that it is going to be offside. I'm not happy with the moment as Tomo and Mateo are not playing fantastic at the moment. Maybe the big stage blues, I think. We're going to take off Matewa, though. We're going to bring on Motana. Let's go with Motana in that position. And then Tomo can come off. We're going to bring on Abel Mkize for his debut as well. As Hendricks just couldn't get the shot off there. Good block initially. There is the corner, which we're not going to see. Obviously, not a good corner for the team. Still only 1-0. I'm a little bit concerned that we haven't scored a little bit more. Chad Kumalo not having the best of games either. Going to bring on his namesake in Zakele Kumalo. I think we'll just call Chad, and then we'll call Zakele Kumalo. Let's swap those two. Nah, he's been training as a poacher. And then Chele not having the best of start. We'll bring on Dlamini on that left-hand side as well, just to give some fresh legs, get some guys their debut, see how they play. Hendricks goes to the back post. Mkize just to the right of the goalpost. We are looking good. We're looking threatening. We've taken a lot of shots. Not as many as City Sharks, though. I prefer to be a bit more clinical in that term. But the thing is, our shots have counted, and that's the biggest difference when it comes to this. Of course, it is still basically a brand new team. A lot of new faces in the teams. I mean, if you look at the likes, Peterson, Daniels, Maleka, Ayanda, Madao, Sangweni, Mkize, Kumalo, other Kumalo, all brand new faces. Basically, about 11 new faces. They almost got a chance there. Taco couldn't get past Peterson. Hit the bar, actually. But lucky there. Yeah, I think we saw like 14 players, I think, or 13 players. So basically a brand new squad. It is going to be a victory. I don't care how we get the victory. We got to the victory. It is 1-0. A good start to the campaign. The Regional League in Gauteng Group B. Fantastic result there. Exactly what we wanted for the start of the season. Go top, well, second in the table. Tshwane beating their... who did they play? They played Real Barcelona, beating them 3-1 in the end. They go top of the table on goal difference. We do take them on next, though. That would be interesting. A fantastic result there. Madao scores on his debut. There you can see Peterson, Kumalo, Mikize, Ayanda, Sangweni, Daniels, Maleka, Chele, Matewa, Hendricks, Dlamini, Motana, Tomo, Kumalo, all making debuts for their respective leagues. And there we go. Kick off there. Africa Sports Academy beating Lesedi Shooting Stars 6-1 in Group A. That is huge result there for them. We're going to focus more on Group B. We're having a top of the clash table next. Come back for that game. We're back for our second game, our first home game of the season. It is Arcadia Shepherds taking on Tshwane University at the Caledonian Stadium in Pretoria. A local derby, this one. Of course, Tshwane University play their home games in Tshwane. Look at, come up with their facilities. I don't know why it does that, but they do have a stadium. We just can't see it. I don't know why. The database that we have doesn't really allow you to look at various aspects, I suppose. But they do have a key player in Keenan Majola, 16 years old. He looks like he could be very good if, given the opportunities. Other than that, I've had a look at the rest of the squad. I don't really see any great players. I don't see any players that are looking to be fantastic. Keenan Majola was probably, and then the other one that is sitting on the bench at the moment is Mokwena, Tabo Mokwena, a left back or right back. He looks like he could be not bad. He looks like he could be not bad at all. But of course, we are going to take them on. It's going to be a tough one, I think, this game. In terms of just team selection, we're probably going to go with the same squad. I don't feel I need to change anything in the squad. Everybody's looking a bit better than they were in the first game. I probably will rotate. I don't really need to rotate because every game is a week away. So you don't really have any cup competitions or anything in between to help with the rotation. But I probably will, just to keep these guys fit, maybe give them a reserve game, set up a friendly in the reserves just to keep these guys fit. This is basically my core of my team. This is what I'm going for. So we are going to start with this team again. Of course, match sharpness is still building up for a lot of the players. We're taking on Tshwane University at the Caledonian Stadium, our first home game of the season. Let's get into it. Of course, as we start, similar formation to what City Sharks had. And we've proven that we can break that formation down. We can break that defense down. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing again this season, this game. is just slowly break them down. Even if it takes, even if we don't get as many shots off as we need to, we can still try and get in behind the defense. Dlamini with the free kick for Tshwane, well over the top. Peterson didn't even bother moving for that one. But like I was saying, as long as we can get shots off and we can make them count, that is the most important thing at the moment. I do have a secondary tactic, which is a little bit more attacking if we need it. We don't really have the right personnel for that. It requires a attacking centre mid instead of two strikers. But it's more forward, a lot of wingers going forward. I think it's like 5 people on attack. So it is quite an offensive tactic if need be. Majola, though, he is the key man. Our defender does very well there to put him off. Well done. I think there was Maleka who just put a little bit of influence on Majola there. Ngobo finds Majola again. This time has Daniels to deal with. Ayanda to deal with, rather. There's Daniels with the clearance. They are putting on a lot of pressure at the moment. Lebese. Dlamini. Majola. Goes for the shot. It's a goal for them. Matsabula with the goal there. Good finish. Solid finish from him. It was all Majola's doing. Yeah, Lebese easily cut them open. Dlamini picked up Majola. Beat Ayanda. Maybe question marks over the defending there from Maleka and Ayanda there. Maybe they should have just kept their markers better. Was he offside though? Of course, no VAR. They didn't give me the lines, but I think that was offside. I do think that was a little bit on the offside side. Dlamini picks up Majola. Back to Dlamini. Goes for the shot. Hits the bar. At the moment, Tshwane are all over us. Dominating us at the moment. We've only had 2 shots in this half, and that is not good at all. Question is, do I switch to the more attacking style? Do we wait a little bit? I don't know what I'm going to do. You've been terrible sorted out. I'm going to give them another few more minutes in this formation. Try and get something going. We haven't really tested their goalkeeper yet, but here comes Tomo now. Madao. We had a very good opening game. Madao cuts inside, goes for the shot, goes for goal, gets the glory. Clifford Madao from the break. That's the response we needed. Beautiful finish. Look at this. Madao. This is all Madao. You can't say anything about. Look at that. Cuts inside on the right foot. Beautiful top corner goal. That's what you want. That's the response we needed. That was good. That was good indeed. That kind of eased my pressure a little bit in forcing a change in the formation. I'm still considering it though, because we do need another goal. I am going to make some swaps. However, Chad Kumalo not playing the best of games, is he? We'll bring on other Kumalo for that one. Cian not having the best of games either. Motana come in there. Maybe that's the sign that I might need to sell Cian, let him get off the books. There's still many offers coming in for him. I am going to change, guys. I'm going to go for more attacking. I'm going to throw a little bit more forward into this one. We're going to switch to this tactic as so. It does mean the likes of Tomo will have to be sacrificed in order for us to just get forward. I'm going to try and rely on Kumalo as a pressing forward. I'm going to bring on Benjamin and then bring in... We'll leave Benjamin as a deep lying. We'll play like that. That's sort of the tactic that I've gone for in terms of just more attacking. You can see inside forwards on attack. I am going to actually switch him to an advanced forward rather. Play him up front as a proper advanced forward. Let's see if that helps. Let's see if we can get a second goal. If we can get a goal from this tactic. It's the first time I'm trying it. I haven't tried it in pre-season. Didn't need to try it in pre-season. Dlamini, Majola. Was this a mistake? Please don't tell me it was a mistake. You know, if it pans out, then I'm a tactical genius. If they score, it means I'm not a tactical genius. Maybe I overthought this one a bit too much. He is onside. That is going to count. It is 2-1 to University of Tshwane. Just shocking defense there. It was Chele just playing him onside. If Chele just stepped up a little bit. The tactic didn't swap yet, so we are going to switch over to that tactic. Let's see if it does pan out. It's basically the similar tactic to what they have. Just more attacking than anything else. Can we do something, boys? Anything? Anything? Nothing? It's our first loss of the season. That's hot. That's heartbreak, really. Far from pleased with that result. Sort yourselves out, guys. That is devastating. We're still third. But it's not great. Not great at all. In terms of where we wanted to be. Jeffrey Kumalo actually doesn't look like a bad signing, doesn't he? Not great, though. Anyway, that's it for this episode. In terms of when we're coming back, we're going to come back for I think the VE2 and Zebra Force games. Maybe play all three. Soweto Panthers, VET, and Zebra Force. I think that could be quite fun. So we'll come back for those 3 games. We'll play all 3 of them back to back to back. And then the second half of the season starts all over again. Maybe we'll come back for the middle ones to miss those games that we missed next time. Anyway, ladies and gents, that is all the time we have for this episode. If you like the Vuvuzela Victory Challenge so far, make sure you hit us with a thumbs up. It really, really does help the algorithm. I'm trying to hit that 100 mark in subscribers. So please, guys, if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe, get notified, tell your parents, grandparents, lovers, haters, whoever you like, to join us on this journey. Like I said, these videos will be coming out sporadically throughout the week. So when you catch it, you catch it. Make sure you don't miss it. That is why you need to hit the bell so you don't lose out on the Vuvuzela Victory Challenge. We're taking Arcadia Shepherds back to the PSL. Ladies and gents, leave a comment down below if you think my alternative tactic is good enough, or do you think I should have stuck to the 4-4-2 in that game? We did concede a goal before we changed the tactic. That is notable to remember. But anyway, that's all the time we have for me. From me, your boy, the Vaslap. Next time. Peace and chicken grease.